Well, we're going to attempt to run through all the stables real quick. It was a long day at the barn. Had a lot of stuff to do at the end of the day also. Got home, ate lunch, supper. It's 4:30. I get assigned in at Flamborough to race at 5:30. So let's go through them quick. Kevinsburn, American League. My God, I was inundated with, I don't want to say complaints, concerns about American League's race the other night. One, obviously, if the race went in 210, the track was horrible. American League has never and probably will never race on a bad track, race well. He interferes. He hits himself behind, and that's only accentuated in a heavy track, and he got away poorly, couldn't make up any ground, and ended up coming on to be fourth. I thought he was fifth. I still thought he was fifth, but he was fourth. And it was what it was. And people were saying, oh, you know, maybe he's not tight. Maybe he's this. Maybe he's that. There was nothing. The horse just raced. Get rid of the time. The time means nothing. And American League got away fifth. Had struggled in the turns, as he always does. The night he raced good for me, I got away close. And before that, he had raced some lackluster races in Flamborough. You might say, oh, they went in 2-2, 2-1. Who cares? The track was atrocious at London. Truthfully speaking, if Kevin had said, hey, Anthony, it's freezing rain, I don't want to go, don't go. Because it was a horrible night. I knew the night before I was not going to drive American League in that slop. And that's what it was. Art Seeker, he raced better. I'm going to leave it at that because he's raced poorly so many times when he could have raced good. I find it hard to be too optimistic when he does. He raced well the other night, raced better. He's back in to go Monday with the rail, and I plan on using the rail. So we'll see. Be My Delight raced great. I had said afterwards, you know, we're going to do a little vet work, and a couple of clients said, you know, it's expensive to do the vet work on the horses. I'm going to tell you something. I try my hardest to keep our vet bills down, and they're high. Every time you have a vet do 2 or 3 or 4 joints on a horse, it's going to be $1,000. And in the old days, that was ridiculous, but it just is what it is. And to think that, one, we don't need to do the vet work is simply wrong. I'm not the type of guy that says, and Kevin certainly isn't either, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. We just don't do that. You don't see excessively high vet bills from TheStable.ca. Not usually. Maybe from some of our affiliate trainers, but not usually us. And usually they're explained away when they do come in a little bit high from us or them. In Be My Delight's case, our vet bill was a little high last month. Rightfully so. And it was a little high this month. I suspect when the corks come off, there won't be any problems with her vet bills. But as I said to our clients, we're trying to push her towards the stake season. We're trying to milk her for every penny, and it's just not going to happen. You know, we're not those people. So if she needs the work, we're going to err on the side of caution and get it done, and that's exactly what we did today. So Be My Delight touched up a little bit. She's back in to go Tuesday. Should be fine on Tuesday. I had said to Jason, we had talked in the outset about how we're trying to find a couple of racehorses for Mohawk. And I'd said to Jason, you know, we'll go to the sale. Him and I and Danny and Steve were going to potentially go. And then I looked at the sale book. There's just not a lot in there. So I wasn't going to go. And I didn't say anything to Jason. He entered the horses that came out in the sheet. Stonebird's Loyal, Anthony McDonald. Forget the other horse. Payline Blue Chip, my filly. Anthony McDonald. I look. The next morning, I'm not on them anymore. Call Jason. What's up? Oh, I thought we were going to the sale. So I'm not driving anybody on Tuesday. I guess I'm going to go to the movies or watch them race on TV, which is fine. The other fillies are in the last race, and being in the last race at London, tough. And they're pretty easy to drive. Robert Shepard and I actually think Jay Harris is now driving Stonebird's Loyal. And somebody said, why Jay Harris? He's the leading driver in Canada right now. Who knew? He is. So we have the first and third leading drivers in Canada driving our horses in race 12. Be My Delight and Stonebird's Loyal get in together. And then earlier on, Payline Blue Chip, I believe Colin Kelly's driving that horse. So they've been very good. Better Call Mike got run into leaving the gate the other night. Now, he wasn't tremendous leaving out of the gate. You know, was it the track? Was he sick? Was it a million things? I don't know. but he wasn't that good. He's back in to go Monday, also with Art Seeker. I think he'd be all right. Booked the bet, trained today in 2-4 at the farm. I know Kevin's going to want to wait and qualify her a week from Thursday. I told everybody I hope this Thursday. I know Kevin. By now I do. And he's going to say, well, let's just wait a week from Thursday. Okay, we'll wait a week from Thursday. Buckingham trained good. I saw her train today. Cruising in Styles, not training yet, but looked good jogging. Dancing on my own, racing tonight at Flamborough Downs, look 8. Hard 8 looked fantastic this morning on the track. I know you guys didn't get to see her. You're going to have to take my word for it. Jacques went with Hard 8. Kevin went with Buckingham. They look good. Hard 8 looked tremendous. Holding steady last night, get roughed up a bit. I left out with him. Brett left into me. And there was 4 lengths between me and the horse in third, and he wouldn't get in the 2-hole, and we ended up getting over the quarter in 27-4. I let him go, knowing his horse stops every week, which he did again, and I had to come again at the 5/8. And holding steady is not a 2-move, hard-used horse on a half. You're not going to have a whole lot of soap left, and we didn't have any. He ended up 4th, salvaged some money, but not a great outing for me. A little upset over the way the race took place, but I guess that's racing. If you knew Susie raced so-so, she didn't race so-so. She raced okay, and barely okay. Had the outside, went a mile in 2-2. They went in 2-2. She did not. She needs to race better. Needs to race better, and I know that. Daryl knows that, and probably Susie knows that too. So she needs to do better. Candy Mac, Majesty Boy are both in the sale on Monday. They'll be departing Kevin's barn once and for all. Monday morning, first thing. Sales Tuesday, I guess. Monday morning, first thing. Timo Houdini and Timo Tulo looked fantastic training today. I thought they both looked really, really good. Kevin was very happy with them both. Went a mile, and I think he said, don't get me wrong, I think he said 2:18 last half and 5 in the jog card. I was very happy with what I saw for sure. So that's Kevin's barn. We're going to be back in a minute with Harry's barn, then Jason's barn, and I'll get you on to the yearlings. So we're running through the stables. We're at Harry's barn. Harry had a bunch go over to Mohawk and train. He's got a few in the sale, so he took a bunch over to train at Mohawk in preparation of them qualifying hopefully this week. Autumn Wings trained okay. He said she trained okay. So I'm going to school her on Thursday myself. We're going to change her hobbles again, hang her up the way we had her hung up last year, and I'm going to qualify her, or school her on Thursday. Bay Jewel will be qualifying. She trained yesterday. Bay Jewel, I made a change because Harry had a couple of horses leaving. Jason had more horses leaving. I actually moved Bay Jewel to Jason's, not to Harry's. So she's going to have to go over to this list. Now, she never did go into Harry's care, so it's not a big deal. She was there last year, but not a big deal. I'm going to move her right here. Beiju. She trained well yesterday. Dewey Ann's gone to the broodmare shed. She can leave this list. Fan the Flames. He's going to be sold on Tuesday. I think I made it very fair for everybody. I said we entered him in the non-winners of 2. He had the 9-hole, but all he'd do is keep up. He was 9th to beat 15, trotted in 59. He's going to have a tough time in the non-winners of 2. Tuesday will be his last day with us, unless he goes for a ridiculously low amount of money. I'm not interested in protecting Fan the Flames because where are we going to race him? Maybe the 12, I guess, maybe. So he'd go for 15,000. I'd be open to protecting him to 8,500. Maybe. But that's a giant black horse with white all over him, and that place is full of Amish. And a black horse with white all over him, with the gait that horse has, is just like Amish meth. So I'm pretty sure Fan the Flames, he's going to be sold on Tuesday. Probably get decent money for him. Final answer, got all the work done. Now he's just resting. We're going to re-ultrasound that leg, make sure everything's all right. Maybe even dunk him in the pool for a month, and then we'll start back with him. Not right away. We'll start back when he's ready to start back. I'm going to say 5 weeks. He can maybe go to the pool. 5 weeks. Just a tad, apparently, Greg, every week. Greg, just a tad, apparently trained good today with Harry. I was very unimpressed with the way he trained the week before at Mohawk, so he's going to have to do a lot to impress me as much as he's impressed Harry, but we will see. Got a little hangnail. It's bugging me. Lima's son went to Mohawk this morning, trained. He only went a mile maybe. I didn't ask Harry, but I know he probably went a mile 2:12, 2:15, which would be enough to school him on Thursday if he comes out Monday and looks sound. Lima has looked good. We were very cautious with that left front leg. The right hind looked good, but if there was any pressure in that left front, There was only one place for the most part it would go, and that's right hind, which he can't take any of. So we were cautious. Looked great today training. Lincoln James will be in next week. We got those cryo marks put on his right front leg. Not a big deal. More maintenance than anything. I wasn't ready to wait until he gets sore again to address it. I wanted to get out in front of it. So we put 2 or 3 dots on that inside sesamoid. Just probably old arthritis stuff for an 8-year-old horse. But nevertheless, we wanted to get on top of that. He'll be racing next weekend. And what else do we got? We're way up here. Linnea, she's leaving Tuesday. That will be her last day with us. Will be Monday afternoon. She'll be in the sale Tuesday in Ohio. Maintenance Man trained good again. Looked very, very good. He's starting to get a little faster. Maybe when they put a little speed in him, I'll jump up and go with him and see how he feels. Looked good to me on the track. Maxwell Plum, he really gashed that knee when he hit it. He's going to need at least another week. I saw it today. The problem isn't the way it looks right now. That's fine. He can go with that. If we said, hey, he won't hit that ever again, no problem. He can go right now. If he hits that again, though, that's unstable tissue that is filled in a hole, and you can really make a mess of that in a hurry. So Maxwell Plum, we're going to tread lightly. I wanted to tell you he qualified school this week. He may not. But it's imminent. It's there. And we will get it done. What else do we got? Maxwell Plum. Quartz Blue Chip's leaving on... Oh, I hate when I do that. Quartz Blue Chip is leaving on Monday. She's going to the sale Tuesday. Ready for the Beach. We sold Ready for the Beach. Jeepers, Harry. No Quartz. No Ready for the Beach. No Linnea. Oh, goodness. Screaming Hawk trained well. Yeah, today he's ready to school on Thursday. Sunshine's Finest trained well. Yesterday they trained him. I saw him go. He looked great. Sunshine Inn. Whoa. When they race good right now at Mohawk, we're going to talk about them. And Sunshine Inn raced fantastic. She was beat maybe 4 inches the other day, 5 inches. Raced awesome and only needed another foot of track. She was charging at the wire. And exactly what we want to see. Very happy with her. The Butler did it. Has been training. I know you guys keep saying the Butler win. He's almost ready to start training fast. Harry wanted to recryo those splints, but they were blistered, and he couldn't. So they got to get that blister off. Then they can recryo it. I would say midweek they'll be recryed, which means he can train harder. I'd like to put him in the bike mile in 212 the following week. I know this has been a painful, drawn-out process, but this horse has the pedigree to be a good horse, and I think he could be. His attitude has changed for the good. Let's see where it takes us. If I thought he needed to go, there'd be 11 in the sale, not 10. Too Far Gone, another filly that's probably in the same boat as the Butler. Yeah, she raced. It's not like she lit the world on fire. She raced. Needs to do a lot more, but she wasn't the soundest either. So we're working on that right now with her. Warwi Ultra trained really good today. She's starting to look really good. I know Kenny was at the farm today, and he got to watch her go, and she looked good to me. White Tiger jogged good again. I was happy with what I saw from him. It's really starting to look good, that colt. Probably start training him in another week or two, and we'll get a good idea of how he looks, but I think we already know. He's probably going to look good for quite a while. We really won't know if there's anything wrong, and by wrong I mean maybe he's just not faster, which is highly unlikely, until we almost get to qualify him. So probably start training him slow miles next week, and we'll get a really good look at White Tiger. Anyway, that's Harry's barn. We'll run through Jason's, and we'll get you into the yearlings really, really quick. Making good time this week. We're back, going with Jason's barn. Going to run through them quick. Arvika schooling, qualifying on Thursday. Arvika's qualifying on Thursday. Jason trained her. They went to school them yesterday. It was so windy, the gate snapped on the gate at Mohawk. The wings have pins in them, snapped the pins in them, so they had to cancel the qualifiers. Jason went out and trained Arvika in 2.6. He said 2.54, 2.6. Which isn't a big mile, but she's ready to go right now. Bay Jewel, as I said, moved from Harry's barn to Jason's. In hindsight now, with all these horses going to the sale, maybe not a great idea, but it's done. Bay Jewel trained really well yesterday, so she will be qualifying on Thursday also. Boston Glide, we'll get him rescanned probably in a week or so, and then he'll be ready to start back. Casanova's Jewel trained great this morning. I saw him go. He's really starting to look good and impress me. Probably ready almost to win the race bike. I'll be talking to Jason about him over the weekend. Canale Hanover, you, sir, have gone to the sale in Ohio on Tuesday also. So he wasn't in Jason's barn anymore. We'd had him over at Richard Moreau's for a week. Made a break in his only start. He will be in the sale on Tuesday. Curious Winner, also heading to the sale on Tuesday. I didn't think he was bad last night. I think he's months away from being a decent horse potentially, but we just can't wait those months. So we opted to sell Curious Winner. A younger Anthony McDonald may have wanted to keep this horse for a while just to see how it plays out. But although he's made progress and positive gains and forward progression, he still is just a horse. So Curious Winner's heading to the sale. Dance Hall Babe was on the track to train today, and I missed her go. I never got to ask them how she went. I would have heard she went bad. I didn't hear anything, so I assume she trained good. That would have been her first training trip back. She'll be ready to go soon. Delcrest Star Angel just started jogging back. Looks good. She's so big. She still needs to put weight on. She's a huge, huge filly. So we're going to have to jog her for about 2 weeks and try and get some weight on her. Happy Holidays finished 5th last night in the preferred 3. She's not a preferred trotter anymore. She can race in the numbers at 3,500, and then I think she needs to test the waters back into the claiming ranks. It's the only fair thing to do for everybody. This filly's going to have a tough time turning any sort of profit for anybody trying to catch up to the non-winners, our preferred 2 and preferred 3 trotters. It's just not going to happen right now. Ivanka trained well this morning, I'm told. Looked really, really good. Oso Pine looked awesome. I saw him train. He looked really, really good. Mystical Missions racing tonight at Mohawk. Hoping for good things, but he's been... we scratched him because of weather. And then 3 races in a row were canceled. And that's frustrating. So Mystical Mission racing tonight. Obviously probably going to be a little short, but we'll see. Not an Angel trained great. The great is what I was told. Did not see her train, but I was told it was a great training mile. Paleline Blue Chip is in to go on Tuesday. She's been racing pretty good. She's 8-5, I think, on Tuesday. It'd be nice to see a win out of her. See You in Tuscany trained good today also. Stolen Dance, you're headed to the Broodmare section of the stable. The newly minted Broodmare section of TheStable.ca. Stolen Dance and Dewey Inn. Stonebridge Simba trained great. I went last trip with him today. He looked really, really good. Very happy with him. I'm happy with how we decided staking him. We opted to keep what we had and then added the matron. I think that was wise. That was Ken's selection of his staking, was to add that horse. His 2 cents was added, and thank you very much for it, Ken. He is now paid into the matron also. Stonebridge Loyal, big winner last night in London. We still had her hobbles way out. So for those of you watching, like, yeah, she was a little steppy in the first turn and she gapped out a bit. Yeah, I was protecting her because when we moved her to Mohawk over those 3 starts, we let her hobbles out 6 holes, 3 inches. Every hole's half an inch. So let's see if we can get this unblurred. Let her hobbles out 6 holes, pulled them in 2 holes last night because she is moving to a tighter half-mile track. That was still her hobbles 4 holes, 2 full inches longer than she'd ever wore them on a half before. So yeah, I was protecting her a little bit. She was moving from the Blizzard Series to the cheapest race in maybe in North America outside of the Maritimes. And I didn't think it really mattered as long as she stayed on gate. She made a big move down the backstretch. It was cold last night. She made a big move down the backstretch and won her own race mile. Last half in a minute, I think. Looked good doing it. Twinsburg trained well today. And then West 52nd. And yes, they are looking real good to the point where we have now paid them into a lot of stake races. And I don't regret any of them. I think both these horses could be any type of horse. And I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far from them. So those are the 3 barns in under 20 minutes. Pretty good. Well, we sold a lot of horses. So anyway, that's what's going on in all 3 barns. I talked to you about the opening statement. We'll be right back in a minute with the yearlings, all of them.